All right, man. So apparently Jalen Green is going to be staying with the Houston. I mean, with the Phoenix Suns after get traded from Houston and Kevin Durant deal. So most people think that him, Green, Booker, and Bradley Beal not going to play together. So Devin Booker could be had now. Matasheba, who is the owner of the Phoenix Suns, he ain't had them that much longer. I think he also overrid what James Jones was doing. I mean, they did a great job. What they was building in Phoenix, he came in, wanted to put his mark, wanted to win now. And they don't understand, these owners really don't understand where you can't really win now like that. Just to front load a team or top load a team with top talent heavy like that, it don't work that way. And he effed around and found out. Said he wasn't going to trade Devin Booker, trade franchise players. And now you have Bradley, Beal, Green, and Booker. They probably can't get anybody to take Jalen Green. Now, the thing with Jalen Green, which you might be asking, like, okay, what's the issue with Jalen Green? Contract, I don't believe is too expensive at all. Even if the Pistons wanted to say, you know what, we'll take on Jalen Green. I think there's a couple of issues there. I don't think the K beef is an issue with Jalen Green at all. They're two respectable young men. I think they can put their differences aside and, do great things. So when you look at the contract, just to say if the Pistons were interested and they wanted to make additional move, he's making 33 in the third, 36 next year. This is an estimate. I don't know what the estimate means. So let's see if we can look down here. So I said this player could be traded, but he has a poison pill restriction until July 1st, 2025. So basically, I don't know what a poison pill restriction is, but hey, guess what? We about to find out. So the context of NBA poison pill restriction refers to the specific rule that affects how a team values a player's contract when they are traded after signing a rookie sale extension. Essentially, it creates a discrepancy between the outgoing and incoming salary figures for the player during the trade, making it more difficult to facilitate a trade until the restriction is lifted. So I mean, whatever. If a team so basically when a team extends a player's rookie contract, they often includes a significant salary increase for the futures. If the team then tries to trade the player before the extension officially kicks in, typically July 1st, the poison pill comes into play. The receiving team has to count the average of the player's current salary and the new higher salary in the extension when it's determined how much the salary they can send out in the trade. So I mean, I guess that's why it's estimated. So we'll know more pretty soon. So I guess that's why it's estimated, right? So you see estimated, so that's still being figured out. Because you gotta remember too, they had to make the deal because the draft is next Wednesday. So next Wednesday would be they could have waited till the draft day and did this deal. So I don't know why they didn't. So basically he just got a 3-year extension. Next year kick in and 2 more after that. I mean, for the most part, I mean, that's probably what you're going to be trying to play. You're going to play Jaden Ivey if you choose to keep him and he ball out. But at the end of the day, I mean, if you wanted to take on that contract, it's not a hefty one. I mean, but also some issues just talking about Jalen Green in general is, old girl that he dealing with. Old girl that he dealing with, Dre Michelle. That becomes an issue for him. That becomes an issue for him with Dre Michelle. Then you start sitting there and you start talking about, him humping on Josh Christopher. So then sexuality comes into play. Then you got to remember too, he was raised by all females on a farm. So that also comes into play. So there are some things about him. He don't seem like a bad kid. But anytime you got a video of you dry humping your teammate, I think that's a red flag, right? And then you got a 40-year-old woman. I think these women are starting to scare these men away. And there's so much awareness when we talk about single mothers, teenage single mothers, and everybody are aware of it because it was going on in the 80s and this mid to late 70s as well too, right? And we all know about single motherhood, but we also know about all these women targeting these athletes. And if you still been raised by all women and you still getting got, I mean, your awareness is poor and that can leak on onto the floor. Then you got other issues too, where now she's in the she's part of the team, and other wives and stuff. Nobody got time for that, bro. So I think a lot of the stuff that he bring off the floor, that becomes a problem. And then you swing over to Devin Booker and you say, well, can we make a deal? Can we make a deal that um um can we make a deal, or are we willing to make a deal that can for Phoenix they can't turn down, because they can't trade Bradley Beal because he has a no trade clause, and he's being an asshole about the no trade clause. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand why they give certain guys no trade clause. So at the end of the day, if you're gonna do a can't miss, if you're gonna do a can't miss, if you're gonna do a can't miss deal, you don't start. But if it's something like, look here, man, uh, uh, it's probably gonna start off with three or four first round draft picks, right? Then it's gonna probably start off with Asar Thompson. That's gonna be the basis of the deal. You got to throw Tobias Harris in there, Asar Thompson. You might throw Jaden Ivey in there. So Ivy, Thompson, Tobias, and three first round draft picks. Maybe you can get them now. Maybe you can finesse them out of Thompson. You could do something else with Ron Hollins, or somebody else, and that might be the ticket. That might be the ticket. So, so honestly, I think a deal somewhat looks like that for them. But maybe you can throw an extra pick in there and you can keep some of them young talent. Me personally, I think it's a great fit. Now would I truly do it? That's a great question. Him and Cade in the backcourt, I think it's a good backcourt. I think Booker brings a lot of versatility, being a former six man in college, shooting the ball, off the ball, playing on the ball, defensively, his ability to facilitate. I mean, so I think it's a great fit. But my biggest problem with the deal is, how do you fill the missing piece of Tobias Harris? That's what I'm asking. You make this deal, who do you get to pick up for Tobias Harris, especially as far as the cap situation goes? So here, who are we getting for Tobias Harris? Who we gonna fill in for Tobias Harris? So that's what you got to ask yourself. So me personally, I wouldn't mind for them going after Laurie Marketing. I wouldn't mind them going after Giannis. But Devin Booker, you really got to say, how do we fill that four position? But if they do it, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. But honestly, I mean, why not? He want to be here. He fit the culture. It's a perfect fit with Cade. You got to play on the ball, off the ball. Just financially, how does it work out? How do you feel the four position? How do you feel the depth position? And then, for the most part, after that, hey man, y'all just do your thing. Just do your thing after that, man. So I'm with it. I'm with it all day. And I might be, in the, I might be in the minority there. And that's fine. I'm okay with being in the minority there, but I would do it. But I would have to if I don't have a plan in play to fill that forward position, I ain't doing it. I gotta have a respectable plan to put that position into play. So Yeah, I gotta have a plan to put that. I gotta have a plan to put that in play. So that's my whole thing. I need a plan. 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 And if I got a plan to fill that four position, then cool. Then cool. If not, then I won't do it. I won't do it. So, but yeah, man. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance. Get notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially, you want to support the channel? Cash App $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in description. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.